All right, hello everyone. How are we all doing today? It's still your favorite captain, Captain Callistus. So, the topic I want us to talk about today is about the cost of flying school in general. So, I'll break it down for us today. Now, so many people has been on my DM and they'll be like asking a question like, bros, teach me how to fly plane. And I'll be like, well, it's not everybody that are enlightened to know the way or the procedure, how it goes. All right. But I just want us to bring to our notice or to our knowledge the cost of you becoming a pilot. It's different from someone you see a friend of yours driving a car and you say, bros, help me, teach me how to drive this car. And your buddy will be like, okay, just sit down, sit on the steering, I'll tell you what to do, blah, 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 blah. It's way different from that. Before you become a pilot, you must, under no circumstance, as in you must pass through a flying school. All right. So, and those flying school are well regularized that it's not what anybody can just come in and say, I have a flying school. You have to pass through procedures, screenings and all that. Then you get in the flying the aircraft for flying training, fly school trainings and all that. Register with the NCAA. They will give you the approval for you to go on that. Here in Nigeria, we have basically two. There are still some other smaller flying schools that I know that they just take you from the scratch to PPL, private pilot license, not really getting you up to CPL for you to be a commercial pilot, go for your type rating, and then, continue with your career. The two most prominent ones that we have here in Nigeria is NCAT in Zaria, which is federal government owned, and then the IAC Ilori, which is state owned. Now, the cost of it, which is actually why I'm here. Flying school costs a whole lot. The costs run in millions of naira and in thousands of dollars, depending on the area or the location of the flying school you are in. In Nigeria here, like the two I made mention of, the federal government owned, their cost is to CPL is 300,000. Yeah, I think it's that amount. And the other one, the Ilorin own, is around 30 to 35 million. I'm not precise on the actual amount, but just to give you an insight of what to expect, not like, I get small funds, let me just use it and go into flying school or something like that. No, you have to be prepared. But don't get me wrong, please. You can still pay in installments. You can pay in installments until you finish, because you don't expect everybody to have that bulk sum, at once and before they can go into flying school. But if you have it, you can go into it and, pay your fees and, keep on going on with your training. But if you don't have the bulk sum, you pay a percentage for startup, then you'll now be paying in installments till you finish. It's available. Those options are available, but the exact percentage you pay for each school, I don't really have a good detailed information about that for now. But subsequently, I can, anyone that requests for it, I can actually get in tune with the school and get those information available for you. All right. So that is for Nigeria here. So those two schools are the two basic ones that we know that can take you off from the scratch to CPL, commercial pilot license. All right. Then if you're going outside Nigeria, like South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, and all that within our continent, you should be budgeting like around $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. That is like around, let's say now with the current exchange rate, around 80 million, 60, 70 million or thereabout naira. So still the same way I said, you can still pay in installment. You can pay in installment, maybe 3, 4, 5 installment. Some schools, you pay per hour when you fly. If you're coming for your flight training today, you must have paid possibly yesterday. So they schedule you for you to be able to fly with an instructor, schedule an instructor to fly you for that day. So before you coming to fly the plane or to do your training for the day. All right. Then if you're going outside our continent, Africa, like in the US is around $100,000 at this time. Like tomorrow it might go up. I don't know. It might come down. I don't know. But just have it at the back of your mind. So with our current exchange rate in Nigeria here, you'll be expecting like around 120 million naira or thereabout. So these costs are not really the cost of your feeding, accommodation, transportation, and all that are not infused in this. So it's just for you to do the training. Another thing I would like us to know is that you paying that amount or having that at the back of your mind that this is what it will cost me, it doesn't end there. You can make it go higher. You, the student, you can make it go higher or you can make it go a bit low. If you are fast enough to be grabbing your maneuvers, your trainings, and you're hitting it on the head at each time, once you do this training, you get it fast. The other training, you get it fast. You see that the instructors, they will be fast to finish up with you and, bank on another student. But if you give those instructors an insight that, that you are really not serious with your training and all that, they will just unlock their tap on you, and that training can cost you as high as 150 million naira or like $150,000, because any day you fly, you pay. All right. So before maybe you're a maneuver or a program, you are doing the drills for it almost 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Before, and they cannot transit you to the next program if you don't finish with so program. You understand? It's a progression. So if you keep on repeating those programs, you keep on paying the money. So while you're paying all those money, my brother and my sister, it's your pocket that you're draining. All right. So once you are going in there, is a good thing that you try and fortify yourself with all the necessary equipment that you need within you. As in theory wise, you are sound. Practical, there are still some, I will still make some inquiries on that and get it to our notice. I will bring it up here on my page, on my channel, to let you know some places that you can visit to get some little tutorials on what to expect when you go for flying school. All right. The little I can guide, if you contact me, I can, do my best to guide you through on what to expect and what not to, your do's and don'ts, when you go into flying school. All right. So, but this is just what it's all about. Now, going to Europe. Europe is around 100 to 120,000 euros. Convert it again, you see how much it is. And in Asia, there are, if you're going to like China, Singapore, there are some places that are way higher than the others. I think Philippines is, the research I did, Philippines is way cheaper, around 30 something to 40, 50 $1,000. But in China, Singapore, and all that, some other places in Asia, they are way higher, just like going to the United States, like around 100,000 and thereabout, or little more. All right. So this is basically what the cost of flying school is all about. All right. So if you want to become a pilot, make up your mind that this is what I'm going to spend for me to become a pilot. Then gather the funds, the much that you can gather to start up. Then the remaining you can now be paying in installments until you finish. But still remember one thing on my other video, what I made mention of for you to go into flying school is, first of all, that individual disposition. The individual disposition must be there. If it's not there, you are going there thinking it's just like you going to a university or something like that. You will end up wasting your funds. At the end of the day, you might not even make it as a pilot, because it's not a must that once you pay that money that your license is sitting down waiting for you. No. So many has gone through that process. At the end of the day, they didn't make it. So if you want to make it, The ball is in your hands. If you want to just toil away with it, it's still up to you. But what I'm trying to make you understand from this video is that this is the amount, and it's a huge sum. It's a huge lump of money for you to just toil with. All right? If na business you carry the money go do, you for know the kind containers the way you go to throw enter inside Niger, you know. So please have it at the back of your mind and prepare yourself that this is what I'm going into, and I'm going to give in my best on this. Love you all. Keep on liking, keep on subscribing. If you have any, and keep on sharing. If you have any comments, please drop it under the comment section. Once I read it, I will always reply, and I will take it up from there. I love you all, you guys, and I always appreciate you on my page. Thank you so much.